Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm super excited to talk about one of my favorite things to cook, turkey. Turkey is one of those ingredients that, for me, holds a lot of memories. I think for many people, turkey is synonymous with family gatherings, Thanksgiving, or big feasts. But let me tell you, turkey isn't just for the holidays. It's a versatile and delicious bird that you can cook with year-round. And today, I wanted to share with you 3 of my absolute favorite dishes to prepare with turkey. They're simple, packed with flavor, and always leave my kitchen smelling amazing. Brief pause. So grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, sit back, and let's talk turkey. Let's dive right in. Dish number 1, oven-cooked turkey leg and wing. Opening. Let's start with the classic, oven-cooked turkey leg and wing. Now, when you think of turkey, you probably think of the whole bird. But sometimes, just cooking the legs and wings can be so much better than dealing with a whole turkey. It's less time-consuming, and you still get all that delicious, tender meat and crispy skin. First things first, seasoning. I've learned over the years that the key to great turkey legs and wings is in the seasoning. I always use a combination of fresh rosemary, thyme, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. I also like to add a bit of paprika for a subtle smokiness. A touch of olive oil helps coat the skin and makes it nice and crispy in the oven. Don't skimp on seasoning. You want every bite to be flavorful. Personal story. I'll tell you, my love for turkey legs goes way back. I remember the first time I cooked turkey legs for my family. It was just after Thanksgiving, and we had a bunch of leftover turkey parts. So I decided to throw them in the oven with some herbs and see what happened. I was a little nervous, but when they came out perfectly roasted, with the skin golden and the meat so tender, everyone was amazed. Ever since then, it's become one of my go-to dishes. And what's great about turkey legs and wings is that you can cook them low and slow, or if you're in a rush, you can crank the heat up and get them done quicker. Step-by-step instructions. Here's how I do it. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius. While the oven's heating up, prep your turkey legs and wings. Pat them dry with paper towels to ensure the skin gets nice and crispy. Rub the turkey pieces with olive oil, then season generously with the spices. Make sure you get into every nook and cranny of the skin. Now, I like to roast them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and I'll place the turkey skin side up. Pop them in the oven and let them cook for about 2 hours. If you want a slower roast, or around 1 hour and 15 minutes at a higher temperature, like 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, for quicker cooking. You'll know they're done when the skin is golden and crispy, and when you poke a fork into the thickest part of the leg, the juices run clear. Discussion about sides. Of course, no turkey leg or wing is complete without some delicious sides. I love serving them with roasted vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. Or you could go with a classic mashed potato or a rich stuffing to balance the turkey's flavors. You could even serve a nice salad on the side for a bit of freshness. The possibilities are endless. Dish number 2. Rice balls with ground turkey and uncooked extra-long basmati rice. Introduction to rice balls. Alright, let's move on to something a little more fun. Rice balls made with ground turkey and basmati rice. This is a dish that might seem a bit unconventional, but I promise it's one you'll want to try. It's a delicious, hearty, and satisfying dish that's not only great for using up leftover turkey, but also a fantastic way to cook rice in a fun and flavorful way. Personal story. One day, I had some ground turkey on hand, and I was looking for a creative way to make it shine. I thought, why not try something like a rice ball? I've always loved the crispy, crunchy texture on the outside and the soft, savory center. So, I decided to make rice balls using uncooked extra-long basmati rice and ground turkey. It was a game changer, an unexpected, delicious combination that I'm sure you'll love. Step-by-step instructions. 1. Rinse and prepare the basmati rice. Start by rinsing 1 cup of uncooked extra-long basmati rice under cold water to remove excess starch. Basmati rice is long grain and doesn't get sticky like short grain rice, so rinsing it is essential to avoid it becoming too clumpy when you form the rice balls. 2. Cook the rice with extra moisture. After rinsing the rice, cook it by adding 1.5 cups of turkey broth, or water if you prefer, to the rice. Bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat to low, cover the pot, and let it simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes, or until the rice is tender and all the liquid has been absorbed. Since we're making rice balls and need the rice to hold together well, you may want to cook the rice a bit drier than usual, leaving it fluffy but not soggy. Let the rice cool for a few minutes after cooking. 3. Prepare the ground turkey. While your rice is cooling, take 1 pound of ground turkey and cook it in a skillet over medium heat. Season it with a pinch of salt and pepper, and cook until browned and cooked through. Once cooked, drain any excess fat. Then set the turkey aside to cool slightly. 4. Mix the rice and ground turkey. In a large mixing bowl, combine the cooled rice and cooked ground turkey. Add the following ingredients to the mixture for flavor and binding. 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese for richness and flavor. 1/4 cup finely chopped parsley for freshness and color. 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, optional, for an extra flavor kick. 1/2 teaspoon onion powder, optional. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, or more to taste. Stir the mixture together thoroughly. Since we're using uncooked basmati rice, the rice needs additional moisture to help it cook inside the rice balls. So, add 1/2 cup of turkey broth, or water, into the mixture. This liquid will help the rice cook through when the balls are either baked or fried. 5. Form the rice balls. Now that your mixture is ready, wet your hands with a little water to prevent the rice from sticking to your skin. Take small portions of the rice and turkey mixture, about a tablespoon or so, and roll it into tight, compact balls about 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. The tighter you compact the rice balls, the better they will hold together during cooking. 6. Cooking the rice balls. Baking method. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit 190 degrees Celsius. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper or lightly grease it. Arrange the rice balls on the sheet, leaving space between them. To ensure the rice cooks properly and stays moist, cover the baking sheet loosely with foil. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes. Then remove the foil and bake for an additional 10 minutes to allow the outside to become golden and crispy. Pan frying method. If you prefer a crispier exterior, you can pan fry the rice balls. Heat 2 tablespoons of oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add the rice balls and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side until they're golden brown and crispy on all sides. The heat will cook the rice inside the balls while crisping up the outside. Discussion about variations. You can get really creative with these rice balls. Since we're using ground turkey, it blends well with the rice and makes the interior tender and flavorful. You could also add a surprise filling inside the rice balls. Maybe a little shredded mozzarella or cream cheese for a creamy, melty center. Feel free to swap out the ground turkey for turkey sausage for a spicier, richer flavor. You could also toss in some finely chopped vegetables like spinach, peas, or carrots to add a bit of color and texture to the rice balls. Serving suggestions. These rice balls are perfect as appetizers, but they can also be a great lunch or dinner. Pair them with a classic marinara sauce for dipping, Or if you want something a little more refined, drizzle them with balsamic glaze for a sweet, tangy finish. I usually serve them with a simple side salad, something light like arugula or mixed greens with a tangy vinaigrette to balance out the richness of the rice balls. Key adjustments for using uncooked extra-long basmati rice and ground turkey. Extra moisture is added to the mixture, broth or water, to ensure the uncooked basmati rice cooks fully inside the rice balls. Ground turkey is a perfect option for even distribution and flavor throughout the rice balls. Compact the rice balls tightly to ensure they hold together during cooking. Baking or pan-frying the rice balls allows the rice to cook properly while creating a crispy outside. By using uncooked extra-long basmati rice and ground turkey, you'll get rice balls with a flavorful, tender interior and a crispy, golden exterior. The combination of ingredients makes for a satisfying dish that's both any leftover meat you can't quite put your finger on. There's something about a slow-cooked soup that just feels like a warm hug on a cold day. Personal story. I remember the first time I made turkey soup. It was after a big family gathering, and we had so much leftover turkey. Everyone was full, but I couldn't bear to throw anything away, especially those flavorful turkey bones. So I threw everything into a big pot, added some vegetables, and let it simmer. The results were beyond what I expected. The broth became so rich and full of flavor, and the soup was just so comforting. Step-by-step instructions. To make turkey soup, I start by gathering all the leftovers. The turkey neck is key. It adds so much flavor to the broth. You can also use bones from the wings or legs. Throw all of these into a large stock pot. Add in some chopped onions, carrots, celery, and garlic, just basic soup vegetables. Cover everything with water, and then I throw in a few sprigs of thyme, a couple of bay leaves, and a generous pinch of salt and pepper. Bring everything to a boil, then lower the heat and let it simmer for about 2 hours. During this time, the flavors will meld together, and the meat will start falling off the bones. After it's done, strain the broth into another pot, discarding the bones and vegetables. If you want, you can shred any leftover turkey meat from the bones and add it back into the soup, adding extras. I like to add in some small pasta or rice to make the soup heartier. You can also add other vegetables like corn, green beans, or even some diced potatoes. Just make sure to season to taste as you go. I also like to finish the soup with a sprinkle of fresh herbs like parsley or dill, just to add some freshness to the warm, hearty broth. Serving ideas. Serve this soup with a side of crusty bread, or if you're feeling fancy, a grilled cheese sandwich for dipping. It's a perfect way to use up every last bit of your turkey while making a comforting and nourishing meal. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 3 of my favorite turkey dishes: the crispy oven-cooked turkey leg and wing, the flavorful turkey rice balls, and the rich, comforting turkey soup made from leftovers. Each one is packed with flavor, and I guarantee they'll make your turkey-loving heart happy. Closing thoughts. Turkey really is such a versatile ingredient, and it's one of my favorites to cook because there's always a way to make something new and delicious with it. I hope these recipes inspire you to get creative in the kitchen and try something a little different the next time you cook turkey. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and listening to my turkey love story. If you try any of these dishes, let me know how they turn out. Until next time, happy cooking, and don't forget, there's always room for more turkey on the table.